On WVUSports.com, we welcome you to the first fireside chat with Coach Bob Huggins. Nice setting, isn't it? Very nice autumnal setting.
First since Franklin Delano Roosevelt, isn't it?
Absolutely, and he put forth some very important information in his fireside chat, so let's get right into it here. Obviously disappointed with how things went in Florida and looking ahead here to finally playing a home game. You're the only Big 12 team that hasn't played one yet at home. Let's talk about Old Spice first. You watched the tape coming back on Sunday. What did you see on tape that maybe you didn't catch during the game itself?
Well, we missed a lot of easy shots. You know, we're last in the league in field goal percentage. We're last in the league in field goal percentage defense too. We have breakdowns that are almost inexplainable sometimes, and then we just don't do a very good job running offense. You know, we fight our way back and scores tied, and we throw the ball away, and we're trying to throw it to Dennis on the fast break. You know, to get in the middle of the fast break. Of course, the way we handled 2-on-1s, he might not be a bad option, but we do good, you know, and we kind of like lose our minds for a while and then have to fight our way back.
Is that the result of a lack of guys just not playing together enough yet?
I'm telling you, I don't know if it's together. I mean, I think it's a matter sometimes, and it sounds worse than what I mean it, but other agendas, you know. It's I haven't had a shot for a while. Might be my turn, and it doesn't matter where we are in the offense. We haven't made free throws. We lose a Davidson game. I mean, we go 8 for 17 from the free throw line, and they're a pretty good team, and we really should have won that game. You know, and that happens when you're playing Gonzaga in a championship game. And we really kind of early on, we had the Oklahoma game kind of going the way we wanted it to go, and then we missed a layup, then we missed another layup, and then when we missed a second layup, we didn't get back on defense. They hit a three, you know, and I mean, we're in the game, and, you know, the call on Dennis is, you know, that's the rule. It's not a good rule, but that's the rule. I mean, I guess we should just start teaching guys to stick their chin over top of a guy, and when a guy raises up, then it's a flagrant foul. It's just not a good rule. And I understand the intent, but it needs to be reworded, I think. But anyway, I mean, that happens, and they go down and shoot two, and Dennis goes 1 for 2, which is Dennis is shooting 33% from the free throw line. You know, we're not going to win with him shooting 33% because the ball's got to go through him so much. So, I mean, I think that's some of the things. We did take better care of the ball against Oklahoma. We got one more shot, I believe, than what they did. We got a bunch more shots than what Davidson did, and usually the team that gets the most shots is going to win. But, you know, you go 8 for 17 on the free throw line, it's not going to happen for you.
You mentioned different agendas. How do you fix different agendas? Because normally you are the agenda setter. How do you fix that problem?
Well, the problem's been, Tony, quite frankly, that, you know, you take a guy out for having his own agenda, and you put somebody in who has another agenda, you know, and that's really been our problem. I think, as sad as it is, I think when sometimes you have to lose, you know, and I've always said, I mean, I've said that since I started coaching, you got to be not very smart to have to lose to learn. You ought to be able to learn from every time you go out on the floor. But I think it certainly sets in a little bit more, and, you know, I thought, you know, today in practice, I think they were, a lot more in tune to, you know, what do we need to do to win than, you know, what do I need to do.
With that being said, you play a home game here on Wednesday against VMI. What are your expectations? What do you need to accomplish? You play Wednesday, then you play the following week against Marshall. You've got some spacing here.
Well, first of all, Tony, VMI is pretty good. I mean, they've got 2 4-year guys up front that are good, and their guards are good, and they want to play fast. They're averaging almost 86 points a game, and they're going to give us some pressure and things. But I mean, primarily try to speed us up and try to make us play a game that we're not good at playing, and they're, quite frankly, pretty good at playing. So we've got to control the tempo. Not that we don't want to run. I mean, it said we want to run, and we don't want them to run. We just got to do a better job with our defense. I don't know when ever, you know, I've had a team that was last in virtually every defensive category in a Big 12. And I think what makes it worse is we're last in every offensive category, primarily, other than rebounding. And I still don't think we rebound the ball the way we ought to. So we're going to try to control the tempo and try to make them do what we want.
Should be good to be home, Coach. We wish you the best.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it.
Mountaineer head coach Bob Huggins, United Bank Playbook from inside the Waterfront Place Hotel at WVUsports.com.